This is a sheet of ceramic, and that is a bit of rubber. Ceramic makes you think immediately of pottery or Grecian urns. Well, did you know that the Atlantis space shuttle is covered with sheets of ceramic? A staggering combination of high technology and ancient materials. And this bit of rubber doesn't look very much, but it is in fact synthetic elastomer, the basic material of a completely new and original product, the Pronair lifting bag. When being machined or fitted, some materials require a minimum of precautions. When rounding off the corners of a car windscreen, for example, it is essential to avoid any jamming during the operation, otherwise the glass will break. The Pronair lifting bags guide the arm of the grinding wheel while exerting a constant pressure thanks to a low inertia and an excellent speed of response. The fitting of a rear windscreen demands the same precautions. The action of a Pronair lifting bag is different. It must apply strong, uniform pressure over the entire circumference of the glass. When setting the glass of a rear-view mirror in place, it is once again the flexibility of the lifting bag which is the key factor. As in the previous two cases, the objective is to ensure an evenly distributed load. There are several ways of testing the resistance of a seat, and some of them are rather acrobatic. We must nevertheless admit that there are much more practical solutions. For example, this indentation test machine, which calculates the resistance of a car seat according to the thrust of the Pronair lifting bags. Or again, this other machine for the accelerated fatigue and wear testing of foams. The final quality of a product often depends on very little. If you press too hard, it runs over the sides. In the case of car dashboards, we cannot afford to leave moulding to chance. Here, the Pronair lifting bag measures 1 by 2 meters. It is placed under the mould and is only used for the final closing operation. That is over a distance of 10 millimeters to ensure greater moulding precision. On this press, the action of the lifting bag covers a few millimeters. The part requires great precision when it is made. Despite its small size, it has a vital role to play. It provides the link between the blade of a squirrel-type helicopter and the rotor. Any error in faulty workmanship could have catastrophic consequences. Even when clean, a man's hand will leave its print on any object. During the different stages in the polishing of cutlery, for example, any print is a negative point for the final quality of the product. And then it is naturally quite out of the question to handle 30 teaspoons one by one. Here, the Pronair lifting bag has a double advantage. It simplifies handling and is clean. Manual handling is often long and not very practical. And when the object handled is fragile into the bargain, the qualities of the lifting bags are obvious. The palletizing of these bottles of beer is done without any breakages and at a very fast rate. The Pronair lifting bags can even grab short-necked bottles. These are drip feed bottles for hospitals. The Pronair lifting bags assume the shape of the neck. For champagne, Pronair lifting bags have an original application. Originally, the liqueur was mixed with the wine by hand like this. Now, the various operations are fully automated, which facilitates production for both big and small producers of champagne alike. That's what's likely to happen when coiling is done at high speed. Here we are dealing with sheet metal which is cut up into strips and then coiled. Without the continuous pressure of the Pronair lifting bags, the operation would be tricky to say the least. The lifting bags dampen the shocks without hampering the coiling process. This is a similar operation, but this time we're dealing with paper. We are under the reeling machine. The process is different though. The Pronair lifting bags regularly move the rollers to ensure a better control of the paper tension. In the past, the maintenance of some parts required a lot of effort and an incredible waste of time just to lift them up. In the metallurgy industry, the rolls which feed the plates of metal often require maintenance, and this is quite normal. But the weight of the assembly complicates their handling. The Pronair lifting bags raise the assembly in one go, which makes the subsequent resetting of the rolls much quicker and more practical. Dynamite is very effective, but for some jobs it's even too effective. In quarries, explosive powder is used a great deal, but the problem is that it creates a great mass of pieces that are too small to use, for instance, for the manufacture of marble slabs. That was where the idea of using Pronair lifting bags to topple over the lumps of stone came from. The lump which has just been turned over weighs nearly 800 tons. The three pieces are due to natural cracks, an impressive demonstration of the power of the Pronair lifting bags. This power is also exploited by the Army and Fire Brigade, for example, in the event of an accident to lift up vehicles or even carriages. To sum up then, the different applications for Pronair lifting bags are pressing, clamping, and handling. Pronair lifting bags are also used for lifting and sealing. The Pronair lifting bags have all possible shapes: square, rectangular, circular and other more complex shapes, either flat or in a three-dimensional form. You have an urgent problem? We have, of course, in stock a few standard models ready to be shipped to you. There are also 2- and 3-stage lifting bags for longer travel in a reduced space. But our strength is the